What's going on, YouTube? Nate here with Rough Trading, coming at you again with another video. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody traded well today. Hope everybody ended up in the green. I know I sure did. Do a little recap for you today. I took 3 trades, one not so good, one break even, and then one that hit me for that home run. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it, and I'll kind of show you my thought process as we get along with it, kind of what I'm looking for, and maybe teach something that somebody hasn't seen before. That's what this YouTube channel is all about. So let's go ahead and get into it. So as you can see first right here, I got the chart pulled up. This is after market open. I usually don't trade market open just because of how volatile it can be. Usually get burned. So right here on this chart, we were looking at a little bit of a pullback. I was looking at a short from that last leg up. We had already broken out of that trend, but I was looking for a continuation. I saw that we sold down pretty hard, pretty quick. What I wanted to see is that the sellers were still there, just to make sure that I was correct into thinking that we were going to keep getting the continuation. Like I said in the previous video, normally I only look for about 10 or 15 points. So the trades that I take are usually fairly quick. Something that you could be in and out in less than a minute if the price action and the volume follows you in the way that you want to go. So as you can see right here, we're coming into it. I remember it, here in a couple seconds I take the trade. I think it was 15 to 67 something, right there. Took the trade. A little bit of drawdown is normal for me. I see it. I also trade big size, so seeing $1,000-$2,000 of drawdown right away is not out of the norm. That's kind of how these TopStep combines work for me. They allow me to trade 15 contracts. They allow me to make $4,500 a day, so I kind of try to go for broke. I got into the money just a little bit, and then after the fact, you can kind of see that it pumped up on me. The sellers stepped out, buyers stepped in, and took me out for a loss on the first trade, which was no big deal. Things happen. I wasn't willing to wait for it to come back down and then see it stop me out for my $3,000 daily loss. Just got to be like that sometimes and then move on to the next one. So right here, if you look previously on here, it shows that the trade that I was in before would have worked out. It would have filled me out. But like I said, I just wasn't willing to wait around for it. I wasn't willing to watch it go against me too deep. But this one, I was looking more towards the longs. As we were getting into it, I was looking for it to break that range that we're at right now, where I have my cursor at. I was looking for it to break the range and just kind of pop up there really quick, looking at really that 15-minute low as a target. This one did go in my direction, but not as far as I would have liked it to. Just kind of, you see the buyers sitting there they're hesitating. They're not really, it's not showing me the price action I want to. Now granted, I'm trading at 10:30 in the morning and a lot of the volume has gone away, but it also makes it a little bit easier because usually things don't move as fast. So if I get caught in a quick reversal on the position that I'm in, it usually doesn't go against me too hard to where I can't get out of it and live long enough to see the next trade. Except right here, we see a quick snap up. I usually stay in these trades for a little while, usually looking for something to invalidate my trade. Trade would have been invalidated below the 2 bodies of those candles, but looking to place my stop break even. That's usually something I like to try to do as soon as I see between 5 and 10 points of profit. I try to set it break even so it's a free trade. Doesn't matter what happens at the end of that. I know that I'm going to come out not necessarily for a loss, at least something that'll help me move on to the next trade. This trade I did end up taking off a bit of size just to kind of lock down some of that profit. But as I keep going forward, as I keep doing these things, I'll try to talk about them live. I was so focused today that I couldn't do it. I couldn't say anything. I was really focused on the price action, seeing exactly what it was going to do. So really it's one of those things where I continue to look at it, I continue to watch. Quantower has this really cool feature. It's got its own heat map. I know a lot of people have heard about Bookmap. It's kind of the same ordeal. The only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't have as much of a broad area to see kind of where orders are at. Like if there was hundreds of orders sitting up 100 points above, you can't see that on Quantower. But as you saw just there, I took over half my position size off, so even if it did come back and stop me out for a 5-point loss, I still would have been in the profit on that trade. It would have been a good trade. Right here is about the time that I start to take it out, because the pushers look like they want to keep going. They look like they want to keep going, but something in that range was holding it back, and it looks like more towards the 7:30ish in the morning. That area of resistance was holding it back, and had buyers sitting there. It just wasn't something that we were going to be able to pull through just right away. And when I'm trading big size like this, I want to see it push or I'm out. I like trying to get in on those big moves, get points as fast as I can, just so I can take size off of that trade to be at an easier level while still maximizing my profits. And I know a lot of people are thinking out there too right now, it's like, oh, you should have just taken off. It looks like it's reversing. It looks like it's reversing. I have had plenty of trades where it will come down like it is right now and get real close to my break-even stop within like 2 ticks, and then it rips right back up and hits my profit target. I've also been on the side of those kinds of trades where I freaked myself out, got out of the trade, and then watched it rip right past my profit target and even go farther. I'm trying to move away from trading P&L to trading just the price action and the movement of the index itself. Doesn't matter if I make $300 or if I make $3,000. I'm trying to let the trades play out. So being either break even or going up and hitting that area, I wasn't going to be okay unless it did either or both. And like right here, it does eventually come and stop me out for just a little bit of profit, but it took me back to green on the day. I think I was at maybe $300, something like that. So, and then as we can kind of see right here, sellers got bought up. It came real close to that, came real close to breaking me out or stopping me out break even. And that's usually about the point where I'll start moving my break even stop up. Okay, if it crashes below the low of the previous candle, then I'll take my profit and get out of there. So like right there, it took me out, put me on a good trade of the day, brought me back to break even. So this is the last trade of the day. I was looking for a break below of previous support right there. It's about 10 minutes worth of support. It wasn't anything big, but big enough that it was kind of getting haltered up. Again, though, you see my take profit's pretty close. It's usually like a one and done thing. I stayed in this trade a little longer than I would have liked to have, but I saw the potential for the downside. We weren't making new highs on the candle, and it was something where we were either going to make new highs on the candle, start ripping to the upside, or we were going to continue to crash. That's really what I was looking for. I was looking for us to break through that resistance and come to that next level of support, just for quick profit. And then another part of my strategy too here is it's like when I'm in something like that, my stop is technically the previous swing high. Now that we're kind of getting into it and I see this pretty big fluctuation, we ate up the entire wick on that candle, I'm looking more so, I don't have my stop loss place, but I know that in my head the top of the previous candle is now my stop loss. If we come back off of that, because that's now a trend. We were in a downtrend. If we come out and we break that, more than likely we're going to the upside, and I just don't want to be in it anymore. This one started crashing really, really hard. It did get kind of haltered right there, but it was something where I came in and I kind of wanted to be in the short. I didn't take any lots off early. You just left the 15. I came in a little bit later as soon as it started to dump a little bit more put my break even in there, and then it just immediately comes and swipes me out. left me up $4,400 on the day. So like right here, we keep pushing. Sellers are starting to get rid of all those buyers. They're starting to sell to all those buyers and keep pushing price down. Break even stop right there at 60. As soon as I place it, I get it filled out on the day. Ended up being a good day. 3 trades is within where I want to be. Between 1 and 3, maybe 4 trades. It really depends on what I'm trying to do throughout the day. I also have a limit for myself where if I hit 3 consecutive losing trades, I'm done for the day. 3 strikes and I'm out. I don't want any part of it anymore. There's no point in trying to come back after that versus going to sleep for the night, coming back the next morning and checking it all out again for something that could have ended up being a really bad day yesterday and kicked me out of the entire combine in general. If we go ahead and take a look here, I have got my TopStep right here. I'm about $850 away from being funded again. This will be my 3rd time being funded, and I know certain hurdles that I've had to get through before, certain things that I've had to do to just be able to maintain. The first combine was awful, it just went straight down. The second combine was better. I got up and then I started to come back down again. 3rd time's the charm. The biggest thing is learn from your mistakes. As we keep going on and keep learning and developing to be better day traders, we can't allow ourselves to make the same mistakes as we have before, or we're going to get nowhere and it's going to feel like a lost cause. But as we come down here, winning trade profitability, we're up to 55% now. Like I said, I want to be somewhere around the 60 to 70% range, and we're still at above a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. That's well within the means of where I would like to be. I feel like that's what people should strive for. You have certain stages in your trading career. Your first step, you're just figuring it out. You're trying to figure out what orders do, what price action looks like, how quick can you lose money, how quick can you make money, and then you go, okay, this is pretty cool, and you move into the next step. The next step is break even. You want to see yourself be able, whatever money that you lose in the beginning, because you will lose money in the beginning, make it a priority to yourself to not make anything. Don't expect to have income or anything like that from it, but move into the, okay, let's see if I can just recoup this, or do it a day by day. Oh man, I lost $300 yesterday. Let's take some good trades today. Let's see if I can recoup that $300 back. If you recoup that $300 back, that's awesome. So, but that's it for this video today, guys. I'm going to keep coming out with recaps for the rest of the week. Everything hopefully will go well tomorrow. I'll be funded again tomorrow. We'll move on to an express funded account and kind of show you guys my thought process through that whole thing as well. Other than that, have a great evening whenever you guys are watching this. And until next time, peace out, Girl Scout.